everybody, welcome to Lollyland. Welcome to a very exciting day in my life and Mikey's life. Today is November 4th, 2022. It is our 10th wedding anniversary. This guy married me and is still married to me 10 years later. Crazy things happen in life. I am shooting this video with 5 hours of sleep in me. Forgive me for whatever this is. So I really didn't plan anything specific to talk about. I mean, if you were at our wedding or remember our wedding, you know it was the weekend after Hurricane Sandy hit New Jersey. We were getting married down kind of near the shore, and there was no power at our venue. Our guests didn't have power, the hotels didn't have power. It was insane. Mikey and I didn't know until the morning of November 4th, 2012, if the wedding was even going to happen. There was a lot of stress. We had an amazing team of friends and family, totally taking care of us to make sure everything kept us calm. To me, looking back, had you told me that 10 years later, I'd be celebrating my 10th anniversary without my father. Next week will be 1 year since he has left the physical world. This anniversary is about Mikey and I. We are gonna reminisce tonight when he gets home from work and look at pictures, I'm sure, and videos, whatever. I didn't have a chance to like combine things. That is a future goal of mine, to show you guys everything from footage from our wedding, from our Vegas wedding, which was 4 days later. I'm not really in the right mindset to do some of the things that I had hoped to do for this video, and I feel bad about that. So what I'm gonna do is tell you guys how awesome my husband is, because he is. He is full of love, he is full of light, and he has helped me through the most challenging, that's an understatement, the most challenging year of my life. And he still loves me. Sometimes I can't grasp it. And I know I've been putting out happier videos and, you know, we're here, we're doing this, and I'm not gonna film something if I'm not physically well enough to be on camera. Today I'm tired, but I felt well enough to throw something on and come talk to you guys. I'm never faking our videos either. Like I was genuinely happy the other day being at Chocolate World, like so excited. Did it take a toll on my body and my health a few days later? It did, it did. But I have amazing friends and family getting me through some really difficult times. I have this husband that's out there on our 10-year anniversary working his butt off for us. Does he get a little cranky sometimes? Yeah. Hangry, tired, cats are being bad. This dude that I married, look at that little face. Ooh, yeah. He has the most heart of almost anyone I've ever met. He has this heart of gold that is very rare. And I know that today, you know, I'm personally sitting home looking back on our wedding day, which, okay, let me just rewind it back to the whole hurricane thing. We're known as the hurricane couple at the banquet hall that we got married in 10 years ago. And to some other people, there was no power the day of our wedding. So people that we didn't know from the neighborhoods surrounding the restaurant came over and they actually donated their generators for the day. We had our wedding from 12 to 5, had to get there at like 11. Up until we were leaving, we had natural daylight, like a day like today, where it's sunny, 65 degrees, I think it was like 65 degrees. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, I really don't know. I was really, what am I doing? I'm actually getting married, wow. We got there the night before to look at things and we were like, oh my God, the hurricane destroyed like the yard, the area we were supposed to do pictures. The kitchen staff was downstairs cooking. Why do I feel like they were downstairs? Was there a downstairs? I don't know. They were cooking like overnight. We did a buffet and we had a Thanksgiving theme. So we had like a roasted turkey. I think they had a couple turkeys because we had a lot of people. Not a lot, but okay, anyway. Then they threw in a prime rib for us. So they felt bad that there was no power, but because we had natural daylight and it was from 12 to 5, it didn't get dark until we were leaving. So the generators got the food going, got the DJ up and running. we had everything we needed and we had a great team of people. I just realized I'm probably sitting like really out of frame. I'm sorry, not planned, just kind of was like, let's do it in front of the fall stuff, which is actually the whole place, but this spot worked. So the night before, like the kitchen staff was already there starting everything and the place was dark because there were no lights that night. And the owner's like, we're gonna be able to do this, I promise you. And I showed up the next day very numb. I was like, whatever, like whatever happens, happens. And it all worked out, it was beautiful. The people we loved were there. Some of them, looking back, I'm like, oh, I wish I could replace that person that came to the wedding with someone that's in my life now, because some of these people fell off the planet. It is what it is, I guess that happens. And I think for me, looking back at that entire day, Mikey and I were just so relieved and so happy that everything worked out and our loved ones are with us. But the moment that stands out the most to me, of course, seeing Mikey when I walked down the aisle, that's a given, you know, and he was emotional, I was emotional. Actually, I was smiling really big. He was emotional. He's probably like, what did I get myself into? My memory that will always be my #1 wedding memory, other than physically actually marrying Mikey. When I walked out of the bridal suite, after my dress was on and they tied up the back, and my friends and my mom tied up the back of my dress, and I walked out. I knew everybody was in their seats already. I couldn't see anybody, but my dad was waiting for me right outside the door because he was gonna walk me down the aisle. So as my mom and my sister and my best friend crossed through and went to get their seats, actually no, Nikki was in the wedding, so she was lining up with Mikey's brother. My dad saw me come out in my dress and he just went, oh, and he was like, oh, like my baby. And I was like, no crying, because you know if I started crying, my makeup would have been smeared and I would have been pissed. So I threatened him. I was like, no crying. But when he saw me, and his reaction to seeing me is something that we didn't catch a picture of, we didn't catch on camera, but it's here. Oh, it's a baby. You miss your grandpa? Look at the camera. He keeps mommy happy on the bad days. Good damn. I love you. I have amazing people surrounding me with love and support. And when I can actually slap on some makeup and put on some cute clothes, I mean, this isn't really cute, but you know, like normal clothes, and come talk to you guys, like, or film a video, I feel human. And during the bad days, I don't always feel human. There's like this heaviness on my heart today that my dad was such a huge part of our wedding. I mean, everything from I want Mikey to tell this story to you guys one day about how he asked my father's permission the year before when he was gonna propose to me. That's a fun story for another day. I'm just so grateful that I married this human being who I feel like he gives 100% all the time, except when he's hungry, and I try to give 100% of myself too. But on the days where I can't, he's freaking awesome. So he doesn't know I'm filming this video. So Mikey, I love you. You're a huge part of Lollyland, but you're not here today to sit down with me and talk about it. I'm really sad that, by the way, that the leaves are like I'm not in the middle. I should have been like this the whole video. If you have OCD, I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. It's the way I put the seat. I'm just realizing this. I'm so sorry. Not only could I have not gotten through, you know, the last year of my life, the way things have been, and the pressure and the health issues and all that, I couldn't get through all these years without Mikey in my life. Like, I think about that, I'm like, what if I had not, and this is also a story for another day if anyone wants to hear it, what if I had not left him a comment on LiveJournal in 2003? Which we started out as friends for like 2 years, but you know what I mean? Like, you find your person and you have this amazing memory with this person of a wedding day, and you share cats over the years, and heartache and grief and adventures and struggles. It's so cool. Look, I also believe that marriage is not for everybody. I always knew I didn't want kids, but I didn't know I never knew if I wanted marriage. I always figured I would. Just picked the wrong dudes in the beginning, so I knew that wasn't gonna work. But then when you find the one, and he's really awesome. So I just want to shout out to my husband, my Mikey. I thank you for everything. Happy 10-year anniversary. If you guys were at our wedding or saw pictures or whatever, or know the full story, feel free to leave us a comment down below of your favorite memory from our wedding, because it was memorable. It was memorable. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't, you know, some big shindig, but it was real. It was real. It was right after a hurricane. It was ran on generators by strangers who had the kindness to help. The strangers that we didn't know that helped, you know, donate the generators and make sure that wedding happened for us for the restaurant owner's sake and everything. I'll be eternally grateful. I mean, it's been 10 years, feels like yesterday. It all worked out so beautifully. And one day I'd love to tell the whole story. But for now, I just want to say happy anniversary to the love of my life. And I have a few more Anna Maria Island videos that I'm editing. Once those are finished, we're going into the Christmas season pretty fast. And I'll give you a hint, it's not gonna be anything in New Jersey. Might be one thing in New Jersey, but for the most part, it's not gonna be in New Jersey. And I'm really excited. I think for my health, it's gonna be something that I need really bad. So stay tuned to that. Please hit the subscribe button. Please share any videos of ours from the past that, you know, if you have a family member that loves Halloween, send them our Halloween video. Like, every view helps and every comment helps. And anytime you hit the thumbs up, it helps. As Mikey would say, hit the ding-a-linger. That tells you when we post a video. And honestly, like, this channel is keeping me in a really good place. It took me a long time, several months, to come back. I'm still not back on social media or anything like that. That's my personal decision. I will come back sporadically. So if we're friends on Instagram or anything like that, I will see you soon. Until then, thank you for your support. I feel like I know each of you that leave us a comment, and it's super cool. It makes me feel, you know, that I have these friends that one day I hope to meet. And for those of you in our lives, like, you have no choice but to be in our lives, like in real life, I love you. Mikey loves you. Cleo loves you. Little Stormy loves you. It's 1 p.m. and I'm fasting, so I need to go eat. So eggs and sourdough toast, 1 p.m. doing my little brunch thing for my anniversary. Yes. And I think Mikey married me, honestly, because I'm a very, very cheap date. Can't have a drink anymore. I don't know, I can't eat these big meals. He's like, what do you want for our anniversary dinner? I'll pick it up on the way home. And I was like, tropical smoothie. So, $13 date right here. I love you guys. Thanks for watching Lollyland. Talk to you soon.
When you're around, I feel the sparks takes me higher, sweetheart.